Today, let us see about the ellipse command. The ellipse command enables you to create an ellipse by using a center point, the end point of the first axis, and the length of the second axis. You can specify the distance by clicking a location of a desired distance, or by entering a value for the length. So, select the ellipse command. And now, the command window prompts you to specify the center of the ellipse. So I'll specify this point to be the center of my ellipse, and then you're prompted to specify the endpoint of the axis. So I'll specify the endpoint of the axis here. And finally, you have to specify the distance of the other axis. So I'll specify the distance of the other axis here. And there, as you can see, your ellipse is drawn. So let us run this. Now, on the ellipse command, click on this down pointing arrow, this arrow here. After you click on that arrow, you can see a drop-down list appears with several options. So select the axis end option, this axis end option here. After select that option, you are now prompted to specify the axis end point of the ellipse. So let us specify the first axis end point here, and then you are prompted to specify the other end point of the axis. So I'll specify the other end point of the axis to be here. And finally, you have to specify the distance to the other axis. So I'll specify the distance to the other axis to be here. And as you can see, the ellipse is complete. So let us allow this. Now let us select the last option, which is the elliptic arc option. This option, an elliptic arc, is an arc that is cut from an ellipse. So now you are prompted to specify the axis endpoints of the elliptic arc or center. If you select the center option, Autocad takes you to the center ellipse command. So now let us specify the axis endpoint of the elliptic arc. So I'll specify the axis endpoint of the elliptic arc to be here, and then specify the other endpoint of the axis. So I'll specify it here. And finally, you have to specify the distance to the other axis. So I'll specify the distance to the other axis to be here. And now, Autocad prompts you to specify the start angle. You can type in the angle in the keyboard and then press enter, or simply select points from the screen. In this case, type 90 as your start angle, and then press enter. And then you have to specify the end angle. In this case, just type 30 and then press enter. And there your elliptic arc is drawn. So let us run this. Now select the elliptic arc option again and then specify the end points. After that, select the rotation option. Specify the end point here, and then I'll specify the other point here. And then after that, I'll select the rotation option, this option here. The rotation option creates an ellipse by appearing to rotate a circle about the first axis. Now move the crosshairs around the center of the ellipse and click when you get the desired shape of the ellipse. So let us move the crosshairs around the center of the ellipse like this. As you can see here, I have got the desired shape of the ellipse, so I will click right there. And there you can see the ellipse is drawn by using the rotation option, and then you can proceed with the command. Now if you decide to draw an ellipse by using the rotation option and then specifying the values, then you can only enter values in terms of degrees from 0 degree up to 89.4 degrees. Values that are between 89.4 degrees and 90.6 degrees are invalid because the ellipse would otherwise appear as a straight line. So let us try this. Select any of the ellipse options. In this case, I will select the center option. I'll specify the center point in the end of the axis to be here, and now select the rotation option. As you can see here, the command window prompts you to specify rotation around the major axis. In this case, I don't want to pick points directly from the screen. I want to enter values. So I will type in 83 and then press enter. And as you can see, my ellipse is drawn right here. That is all about the ellipse command. So let us run this.